Is Georgia about to lose Eric McFarland III, the kind of receiver who could change the temperature of an SEC arms race? This is not another routine battle for a fast slot receiver. This is Georgia walking into a dark hallway where Texas A&M is already waiting. Florida is moving with confidence, and Kirby Smart may be staring at one dangerous question. Can the Dogs still close on elite offensive speed when another SEC power is throwing everything at the same target? McFarland is smaller, sudden, violent in space, and terrifying after the catch. He turns a 5-yard touch into a stadium going silent. For Georgia fans, that is why this recruitment feels uncomfortable. If he goes somewhere else, he becomes a weapon Georgia may have to defend later. Stay with this story because by the end, you will understand why McFarland is not just a recruit Georgia wants. He is a warning sign for what the Bulldogs must become on offense. But if Kirby lets him escape, is Georgia losing one player or losing a glimpse of the future?
There is a strange pressure around Georgia recruiting right now. The Bulldogs are still Georgia. Kirby Smart still owns one of the most feared developmental machines in college football. The brand is national. The culture is brutal. The standard is championship or failure. But recruiting does not care about reputation unless reputation keeps closing. And the Eric McFarland III race has become uncomfortable because the momentum is not cleanly painted red and black. According to Dawn of the Dawg, Georgia made real progress after its official visit and left McFarland impressed enough that the Bulldogs could not be dismissed. Athens can still hit a recruit in the chest when the lights, the staff, and the message all line up. But the same report framed the darker part. Texas A&M entered as the favorite, and Georgia still had ground to make up. A&M is no longer just a noisy program with money and promises. The Aggies are building a recruiting surge that threatens to create another SEC front Georgia must fight for years. This is why McFarland feels bigger than McFarland. He is a symbol. If Georgia wins, Kirby walks into enemy momentum and breaks it. If Georgia loses, Texas A&M or Florida gets a weapon built for space, tempo, and explosive punishment. And before we go deeper, Bulldog Nation, subscribe and hit the like button. Every like tells YouTube that Georgia fans want deeper recruiting stories, not lazy headlines. Every subscription helps this channel keep tracking the battles that decide whether Athens stays ahead of the SEC or watches another power close the gap. Because this one is not just about a commitment graphic, it is about whether Georgia can still steal the fastest knife from the table before someone else points it back at them. So, if the visit mattered, why are the projections still making Bulldog fans nervous?
This is where the story becomes colder, because the numbers explain why everyone wants him. According to 24/7 Sports, Eric McFarland III is listed at 5'8" and 177 pounds, a 2027 wide receiver from IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. His 24/7 Sports composite grade is 0.9834, ranking him as the number 38 overall player, the number 6 wide receiver, and the number 4 player in Florida. According to On3 and Rivals, the Rivals industry ranking places him as the number 26 overall prospect and number 6 wide receiver in the 2027 cycle. The production matches the panic. According to 24/7 Sports, in 2025, he caught 29 passes for 595 yards, averaged 20.5 yards per catch, scored 11 touchdowns in 9 games, and helped IMG finish 9-0. In 2024, he caught 36 passes for 574 yards and 8 touchdowns, earning Max Prep's Freshman All-American recognition. Across those 2 seasons, that is 65 catches, 1,169 yards, and 19 touchdowns. And the speed is not just a rumor. According to 24/7 Sports, as an 8th grader, he posted a 10.81 in the 100 meters and a 22.24 in the 200. At the 2026 Polynesian Bowl, 24/7 Sports reported that he was named Offensive MVP after 4 catches for 66 yards, 35 rushing yards, and a touchdown. On3 described him as a dangerous, quick-game weapon with elite burst, contact balance, and sudden acceleration. But there is another piece that has to be said carefully. In the public recruiting record I found, there is no credible reporting tying McFarland to serious off-field problems, arrests, or a major character concern. The red flag is not behavior. The red flag is competition. Georgia is not deciding whether he is worth the risk. Georgia is deciding whether it can beat the programs that already understand exactly what he is. And that makes the question sharper. If the tape says he is a future mismatch and the public record shows no major off-field cloud, then what exactly is stopping Georgia from taking control?
The answer may be timing, momentum, and the cruel math of modern recruiting. According to On3, McFarland is choosing between Florida, Georgia, and Texas A&M, with a decision set for June 28th. Every conversation now matters. Every staff relationship matters. Every offensive vision matters. Every NIL whisper, every depth chart pitch, every promise about touches becomes part of the final image in his mind. Right now, that image is complicated. According to Sports Illustrated, Texas A&M and Florida have emerged as the 2 schools ahead at this stage, based on reporting from Rivals insider Steve Wiltfong. On3's prediction page also shows Texas A&M with overwhelming industry momentum. That does not mean Georgia is dead. It means Georgia is hunting from behind. But Kirby Smart has built an empire by making uncomfortable rooms bend to his standard. Georgia's pitch is direct. Come to Athens, get developed, compete for championships, and become a problem inside an offense that needs a player exactly like you. Georgia does not just need another receiver. Georgia needs space violence. Georgia needs a slot weapon who forces safeties to hesitate and linebackers to panic. Georgia needs the kind of receiver who makes a defense defend every blade of grass. That is why losing McFarland would sting. Not because one recruit defines a class, but because the profile fits the next evolution of the Bulldog offense. If he chooses Texas A&M, the Aggies gain proof that their recruiting surge can beat Georgia for national weapons. If he chooses Florida, the Gators get a late-cycle statement piece and a future matchup nightmare. So this is the uncomfortable truth for Bulldog fans. Georgia may still be in it, but being in it is not the same as controlling it. The final question is simple, and it should bother every Georgia fan watching this. If Eric McFarland III walks away from Athens, will we look back and say Georgia lost a recruit, or that Georgia ignored the exact offensive weapon it needed before the rest of the SEC weaponized him? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want more dark, detailed, no-fluff Georgia recruiting stories like this, subscribe to Bulldog Nation News and hit the like button. Your support tells YouTube that Bulldog fans want real analysis, not recycled noise, and it helps us keep producing more Georgia Bulldogs content when every commitment, every miss, and every silent battle could shape the next championship run.